Hi, I'm Rob and it's Guild Wars War 2 and today is Red Day and we're up against the swarm of vamps. Alright, we're doing okay so far, top of bracket 15, but the real good stuff should start next month when we're going to be comfortably inside the top 10 I think, so that is when the good stuff starts. So basically from now on I am going to start thinking about strategy more and how to counter the opponent, which is a very important thing in Guild Wars because sometimes people lose a match in Guild Wars or something like that and they would swear it was down to luck or they were unlucky, but a lot of the time it's you didn't counter something that the opponent was doing, which is really, really important. So it's a matter of aggression and strategy at the same time. I do think it is more skill than luck. I'd say it's 80% skill, 20% luck in Guild Wars. Like I say, you do have to get the balance right between attacking the opponent and countering what they're doing at the same time. This is going to help newer players, I hope, when I explain my strategies for each battle. So bash a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, because I do love the strategic side of this. Right, Uriel does true damage to all enemies and poisons all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches. Does have a summon as well, but it's not something that's particularly dangerous. There's no real synergy with that poison either in this team. That's normally what you're looking for. Daughter of Ice is dangerous though, converts red to blue and conjures a Ice Storm and then starts battles with full mana, so can do that absolutely straight away. The idea of that is it charges up their Forest Troll, who then doubles the number of green on the board, then creates 3 green gems, which charges up their King Gobtruffle and their Uriel, hopefully. And then he can actually just win games on his own because he can deal damage to all enemies, gets an extra turn guaranteed. The charge on that green and brown can then charge up Forest Troll and Gobtruffle again, and they can kind of loop, which is potentially dangerous. But there is no hero in this team, so there's not really any major negative status effects we have to think about, because the effects of Frost Mage would only come into play if you are using your hero, and they are not. So I am going to go with something like this. This is a bit of a reshuffle of a Explore 9 team I showed a week or two ago. This normally uses Leprechaun in place of Staff of Storms, but I've chosen Staff of Storms because I wanted a explodey weapon which has a summon as well in case things go wrong, but it also has the benefit of granting a random status effect to all Strix allies, and Phoenicia is a Strix, so she'll get a status effect when we cast that. Now, even though we're not in the class that normally gives the Firestorm, Sunspear, we do still get the double damage because Magma Dragon is here. Magma Dragon conjures a Lava Storm when his turn begins, which is red and brown. So that is still going to count as a Firestorm, which is cool. So we're going to get that double damage. So I'm going to be doing 50 damage to all enemies. That'll be doubled. So that'll be 100. So 1 cast of Phoenicia and 1 cast of Magma Dragon should be enough to wipe out the opponent. And if we get any 4 matches, that means we are going to be freezing them at the same time, because you need to freeze the opponent when it's against something like a King Gobtruffle, because that can be really annoying otherwise. Anything that's got a goblin in it, you need to freeze them suckers. And we do so with Elementalist class. Stun, freeze, burn, and entangle a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Champion talents, I'm going to go for Snap Freeze, Insulated, Thunder Fist, Watery Binding, Rock Solid, Lightning Strike, and Lord of Storms. In fact, I'm going to change that one Rock Solid, and I'll show you why. Alright. Rock Solid is normally good. It's very good. But I'm going to go for Deluge on this one. Submerge a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. When you're submerged, you cannot take damage from troops like this that do damage to all. So we'll be absolutely safe from that if we're submerged. So that negates part of, their attack basically on any submerged allies. So again, that's a little strategic thing of how you can help yourself just by very, very small changes in the team. That was one little change in the champion talents, which could make a massive difference. Banner for this is just a plain old +2 Proud banner, because I use all the colours in this team. So let's get it on. Let's hope for a 4 match. Stop them in their tracks. Alright, not seeing any 4 matches initially, but we do have to watch out for this. Red to blue, So we'll definitely be taking something around this kind of area. Nothing on the other side which gives them any real benefit, so absolutely we'll be taking this. Just looking for the best way to take it. I think I will take it that way because I've got a chance of getting a brown drop from there at the same time. Right, there you go. They've effectively set us up now, and we're also going to be sticking those freezes on the enemy, which is really, really important. Right, before I take this, I'm just going to take a look around for this, but there's not a lot of green there, so no need. Or skulls, rather. Plenty of green. And the storm really helps this. Red and brown fall more than the other colours, so you can keep taking these, but you shouldn't do on Guild Wars, because every action basically counts as every move you make counts as an action, and every action basically costs you a point, I think it is. So the quicker you do things, the more points you get. So let's do this. Wasn't too worried about giving them that single brown match because they're frozen. And now I can continue about my day and finish them off. That was 3,285 points. Interested to see how well this team scores actually. Never used it before on Guild Wars. Okay, next up is Thunderfunker. Cool name. Alright, ooh, dangerous. We have Ferocity, Horncleaver, Minotaur, and Bullinol. Ferocity, really dangerous on Red Day. Deals damage to an enemy and a random enemy boosted by his life, attack, and armor. And if the enemy uses red, deal a double damage. So that could be a heck of a lot of damage because it's boosted by the attack, life, and armor, and is doubled because they know we're going to be using red. So a very good choice on Red Day. Also does double skull damage as well. Thunderfunker is using Horncleaver. It deals damage to an enemy boosted by Tauros allies, then creates a mix of 6 green and brown for each Tauros. So that can create a load of green and brown at the same time, which charges up these two. And Minotaur does damage to an enemy in a similar way to Ferocity, boosted by the attack, life, and armor. And if the enemy's attack is weaker, deal double damage. And Bullinol does damage with a 50% chance to hit the wrong enemy, but it doesn't matter because we're still using red, so it will still do triple damage. So the main threat here is absolutely Ferocity. In Warlord class, that is slightly surprising. I thought this might have been in Shaman class. If you're in Shaman class and have the third trait, all your troops will start with 50% mana, or all Tauros at least. Alright, so 15% start with mana. So what I'm thinking here is basically, providing I can get one really good hit on their Ferocity, it's going to take away the majority of its power, because the damage it does is boosted by its life, attack, and armor. So if I can hit that really hard, then basically I'm going to reduce the amount of damage that does if they manage to get charged. Right, so that's going to start with 2 mana then, I think, out of its required 11. But I'm going to start with 50% from my Phoenicia, which is 12. But I get to go first, so I should get charged before they do, unless I'm super duper unlucky. And that being the case, I should be able to hit them really hard and take away most of their power. So I'm still going to use this same team, I think. It should be okay. The only danger is where I'm creating the red and brown storm with my Magma Dragon. I'm playing into their hands ever so slightly regarding the red. But there's not much red there, which is a pretty good start for me. Oh, he starts with 1 out of the 11. Okay, it's cool. Right, just look around for any potential 4 matches or extra mana, but I don't want them getting red. Absolutely do not want them getting red at all. So I'm going to take that. Right, let's try and get my Phoenicia up. Plus 2 red. So I've got to rely on a Mana Surge if she's going to get up and there's no red available. So we've got yellow there or yellow there. Could get green at the same time. If I take it that way, could get red drop down from there, but I could set them up on red at the same time if I do that. So I'm going to take... No, I'm going to give them a red for guaranteed that way. So forget that. Forget that. And go about it that way. Still no red for me, but we've got guaranteed yellow. This is okay. Prefer to take green if I could, because one of their troops uses green, but that is not an option. Could get my magma dragon up, but I want to hit their top troop really hard with Phoenicia. Right, they've got some red there, but we are okay. We've got first cast, which is the main thing. They're about to do this though. So that's going to be like triple damage. That's going to be like 100 damage. That is quite a bit. So yes, a very dangerous team this. But the reason I like stuff like the Staff of Storms is we have a summon in there. So even if we did lose a troop, but I think we're going to wipe them out. Boost is plus 14. Yeah, that was very good from Phoenicia. Let's just let Magma Dragon finish them off. Yeah, good team though. That player who picked that team, very well done. Good team. Can go either way, that one. If I got unlucky with the red and they got a little bit of luck regarding the red, then that could have been dangerous indeed. So 1,381 Guild Wars points there. Next up is the lovely named Consumed by Hate. Relax, take a chill pill. We have Elementalist class, we have Summoned, what is this? Summer's Fury. 28 damage to all, create 6 red gems. Got that freeze going on every format, which is dangerous. They have green to Doom Skulls. How much damage they do in 46. Damage to all. And damage to all. So yeah, quite a good team this. All elemental. So going to get a 50% start. But I'm still going to go on the theory that I can wipe you out before you can wipe me out. But I don't like that Elementalist class, so I'm going to change my medals for Full Orpheus. Don't particularly need the extra uber oomph in power, I don't think. Let's just see how this works out now. Right, so I'm doing 42 damage to all with the boost. Okay, so we've got 80, 150, 190, about 200 total. So yeah, this should be okay still. We're still going to freeze, entangle them, etc. at the same time. Let's go for it. We do have a couple of 4 matches there, so that is absolutely nice. I'll take it this way though. Why is it saying to me to take purple? Ah, for my weapon. But I'd rather get my Phoenicia a bit of mana. And we'll grab this one. It's good to take this burning gem if we can. This helps Phoenicia's spell. It's boosted by red gems and burning enemies. This is pretty much guaranteed to get me ready as well. So I think I will take this option here. So now we're going to do 47 to all enemies doubled with a boost of plus 16. Magma Dragon is very nearly ready. Let's see what we have here. Nothing really doing. Got a Mana Surge on brown. Magma Dragon is ready to go next round. And I could cast this. Don't really want to though. Let's see if we can get a Mana Surge on brown. I'm not going to leave them any red. They will get blue. But the top troop is entangled, so even if they did get to somehow get a lucky extra turn and cast their Mirage Queen, the top troop is entangled, so I'm safe from their Doom Skulls. And we did get the boost, so see ya. Victory. That was 1,497 points. Intrigued to see what the points is at the end for this. It's winning very quickly. As we'll see. Next troop, next battle is Boacon 6969. Good old dangerous Goblin team. But this is still the right class for this. We're in Elementalist class. We're going to get the 4 matches. We're going to freeze them. We've got a freeze going from the start. We've got that trait. We've got snap freeze, submerge a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. Keeps us safe from the string fiddler. But they've got egg thief in here, which is a little bit different for a goblin team. This is an interesting twist on this. Destroys 15 random gems boosted by gold. And as a summon. But Norbert's Turnip does damage to an enemy boosted by goblins, then creates a mix of green and red for each goblin. So that is to charge up there Gob Truffle, who does damage to all, and String Fiddler, who silences an enemy and explodes gems with one of their mana colours. But yep, this is still the right team. If we lose to a team, you know, this team, it's just sometimes things didn't quite go your way regarding mana colours. But we've got our Orpheus medal, so hopefully we should shake off that Entangle quite quick, even though we don't really rely on Entangle for Phoenicia. It's all more about her awesome damage. Anyway, we're getting a 4 match. We do want to get some extra freeze on these suckers at some point. Not seeing it. That will do. It's going to have to. Absolutely take that. Unfortunately, it's tried to freeze the same opponent that was already frozen, but it's okay. Things are still doing good. We can look out for these green now to Doom Skulls on the Mirage Queen. But nothing doing, we can certainly cast our Phoenicia. She's going to do a heck of a lot of damage. Boost is 17. Just checking around for any potential 4 matches first. Nothing doing, so let's go for it. Magma Dragon finishes off. Alright, so that was 1,674 Guild Wars points. The last one, Grazina. Dragon Tails, don't see this weapon used that often. Deals 35 damage to an enemy boosted by Dragonclaw allies. Then create a mix of 6 red and purple for each Dragonclaw ally. Divinia is from Dragon's Claw, explodes red gems, cleanses all allies and gives everybody 26 life. Ishtara is also from Dragon's Claw, deals damage to all enemies, creates 9 yellow gems boosted by Blessed allies. And Essentia, also from Dragon's Claw, so that is good from that player, well done. Also gives all the Dragon allies a 50% start with mana, and has a summon of 1 to 3 Dragon Spirits. And that's the only thing about Essentia, it's good on the 50% mana start, but its spell is just shocking. Just summons 1 to 3 Dragon Spirits, and that is it. No damage, no explosion of gems, nothing. But yeah, important for this team though to give them a start, but I'm going to go with the same team again, because the damage to all troop there is negated by the fact that I get submerged allies when I get a 4 match. I can still freeze them. I can still do some mega damage too. Right, let's take a look out for good old red. There's 3 or 4 different options here. Here, 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 or here. Right, so I am going to take it from, excuse my croaky voice. Right, whichever one I take, I can leave them potentially something afterwards. So they're looking for yellow as well. If I can take this one, just in case a blue drops down to there, and that gives me an extra turn and some blue. Didn't work, but you've got to be in it to win it, as somebody no doubt said somewhere once. Same reason taking this one is because a blue can drop to there and give me some extra mana. Or I could do this one. On the really long shot, you get 2 blue in a row and get a 4 match. That's even better. Let's try for that. Nope. Excuse my voice. Right, let's hit them hard. The first troop's not going to take any damage from this though. So I am tempted to take this red first for my Magma Dragon while it's there. Phoenicia's taking a bit of a pounding. Probably not for the first time in her life. But she can do a lot of damage there now. Right, now Magma Dragon, what can you do? They're about to cast that. That's going to just create mana and then create a load of red and purple. Just do 60 damage to each. So we're not going to quite kill anybody, but a couple of them are burning. So they're all going to be near death. Not quite, so I think we still have to go for it. Excuse my voice. Right, must be something going on in now. What we got? Nothing going there. Explodes 50 yellow there. Nicely spread out the yellow, so that's not too bad. I've got no mana at the moment, so I could do with getting this going in a hurry. Cool. Touch unlucky there. Right, I think I need to get red. Nothing doing on this side of the board. Gonna take it from here, just in case a brown comes to there. But I'm gonna give him a skull hit. I'll be 3 away from death for my Phoenicia, so for that reason I'm actually gonna take it from here. 1, 2, 3. Does not set them up for a... Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Right, so I think... Yeah, I think I'll do this. Can deal with that. Now, Phoenicia gets a extra turn with this, or a mana surge. Oh, she didn't get a mana surge. How annoying. This is okay, because I'm about to get the mana I need. There it is. And what's this do? What we got? So 112. We're not going to kill them, so need to hit them with this first. And hope they don't get a skull hit at the top, which they didn't. And wipe them out in one go. And that was 1,663 points. Which gives the total of the day. No doubt Phoenicia was the MVP, indeedy. 1,500, absolutely bang on. See, that's good because it was fast. No, not fast games because I was explaining everything, but it was fast in the way we won the games really quickly, but actually quite bad on points. It's like you need a lot more points than that if you're going to do well in a competitive guild if you're looking for Paragon and stuff like that. So quick, but reliable for some good wins, I suppose, but actually not that fantastic for points, it turns out. But it was worthwhile experiment just to see how it done. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, bash that like and subscribe button, and I'll be back tomorrow for some more Guild Wars. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.